were a bunch of years when I was writing for others in Nashville, and that is a really different experience because you kind of have another singer in mind, and it really is about kind of tailoring your song to fit that singer and that personality. And recently, I've kind of changed how I write, and now it's all coming from a very, very personal place. And that's a really different experience because, you know, I think I used to hide maybe a little bit behind my songs. And now the fact that I'm writing songs that are really honest and very exposed, it's super exciting and also terrifying to be that vulnerable. And, you know, not that people would know what I'm singing about, because I tend to disguise my song in metaphor, but I know what it's about. And I think that there comes like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually writing this, and I can't believe I'm actually going to sing it. It's kind of exciting. So I really enjoy the style of songwriting that I'm doing right now, which is very personal and very intimate, and I'm very connected to it. I tiptoed out into the darkness, suitcase banging on my knee. The neighbor's dog had started barking, and my heart was beating faster than a hummingbird's wings. Almost dawn, gotta get gone. I sold your diamond down in Austin, just enough to get me by. Who needs to keep an empty promise when the Texas moon dangles like a pearl in the sky? Saying, come on, girl, it's time to get gone. Gotta get gone like a thunderbolt flying. Gotta get gone like an angel takes wing. Gotta get gone like a girl who is finding the woman she's been waiting to be. Yeah, I gotta get gone. Out here I don't hear the game on. Out here I can't smell the beer. Put the blame on every time your mood is changing gear, 'cause it's my song and I gotta get gone. Gotta get gone like a scar that is fading. Gotta get gone like a shadow in light. Gotta get gone to a life that is waiting. 'Cause this one never fit me right. Yeah, I gotta get gone. Oh yeah. Ooh, gotta get gone like a comet is racing, burning light through a velvet of black. Gotta get gone with the radio blasted, and this time I ain't coming back. Yeah, I gotta get gone. Now I'm 10 miles out of El Paso, gas tank sinking down to E. Road maps littering the dashboard as I lay down road between my old life and me. I was going on my merry way as a songwriter for others, and I'd put out a few albums that had songs that I'd written for other people and songs that I'd written for myself. And then I had a kind of a very tragic experience happen to me where someone fainted headfirst into my kitchen down the stairs. And I happened to be right at the moment when that happened, and I saved someone's life. And while this ended well, because my friend didn't pass away, it was something that really affected me, and I had post-traumatic stress disorder for about 6 months. And when I kind of came out of it, I couldn't not write for myself. And so Haunted Heart, which is the new album, is I wrote it after that incident. And so everything kind of came out of that experience. So it's kind of great that something good happened out of something that was very traumatic for me. And I think I grew as a songwriter after that experience, because I really was like examining kind of every line and thinking, okay, is this what I want to say? And yes, it came from a really honest place. And that was a totally different way for songwriting for me. I'd never done that before. We both know how the night went down. One sister running and the other one drowned. Your thieving hand sealed our fate when you held me down in my river grave. And I cried, oh why, oh why, oh why, Lorelei. Twin sisters born by an orange moon. Mama swore we'd come to no good. Envy grew like a nightshade vine, till you took what's yours and also took what's mine. And I cried, oh why, oh why, oh why, Lorelei. Death was dancing in my blood, raging water filled me up, but my soul just wouldn't be departed. When you betray your kith and kin, something wicked grows within. Now my spirit's gonna finish what you started, what you started. Together we live, together we'll die. Can you feel my ghost in the riverside? Come down, come close to the water's edge, and I'll drag you down into my riverbed. And then you'll die just like I died, Lorelei. Crying, oh why, oh why, oh why, Lorelei, Lorelei. Why, oh why, Lorelei. I really love playing with the band. I do a lot of solo shows, and I feel it's good because it's a very intimate thing when you're just you and a guitar. But I think that there are nuances and layers of complexity to a song that come out when you play with a full band. And I'm so lucky that I have the players that I play with, because they're extremely supportive, and they don't play over me, they play around me. And they're constantly listening to each other and playing off each other, and it really makes a great experience. I also like to rock a little bit, and it's hard to rock on just the acoustic guitar all by yourself. So I think as the band is where I get to rock. I like it. Love is easy when you're cruising on a Saturday night. Free falling's on the radio and everything's alright. You got one hand on the wheel and the other holding mine. Here we are at 14th Street and Vine. Traffic stop, but we're just wasting time. Come on, baby, quick, give me a red light kiss. Right now, Monday's about 100 miles away. Soon enough, it's gonna catch up and turn into today. So let's roll down the windows and dare the stars to stay. Gotta hold on tight till morning comes. Gotta live this life before it's done. Slow it down to this little red light kiss. The world around us takes another spin, but we'll be standing still in a kiss. A lot of cars behind us, we don't care. Laughing 'cause we got nowhere to be. You and me on a night like this. We just can't resist a little red light kiss. A little red light kiss. A little red light kiss. Come on and kiss me, baby. Come on and kiss me, baby. Come on and kiss me, baby. Give me a red light kiss. Come on and kiss me, baby. Come on and kiss me with a red light kiss. Hey, hey. I believe that you cannot teach talent. There are people who are innately going to write songs, but I think that teaching songwriting, I can improve on someone's talent. I can show them ways that they haven't thought about approaching songs. And I think that it's a really interesting skill to be able to take something that people think is magical. People think that songwriting it comes from above and the muse strikes you and you just write a song. And I think that happens, but that happens after a great deal of work. And, yes, sometimes a song can strike you like lightning, but most of the time I compare it to wrestling a gorilla to the ground. And you got to get to the gorilla first, through the jungle, and all you have is a penknife. And I believe it's my job to show songwriters that there are more than one ways to get to the gorilla. And I really kind of made it my crusade to kind of find different avenues to get to the song, so that even if a great songwriter comes to Berklee who already has the talent, already has the innate kind of ability, I know that there's a new way that I can show them to approach songwriting that they haven't thought of, that might change their way of writing and also might help them when inspiration doesn't come like lightning. So. Caught Candy in a paper cup. The revival tent is going up. 100 folks out in the Kansas rain, waiting to see who's gonna get saved. So gather round, you faithful, go on to get grateful, 'cause that man's got the heat in the heels of his hands. Come on in and find a fold and share. Close your eyes and say a prayer. Preacher rolls like thunder on the stage. All you need's $1 to be saved. So gather round, you faithful, go on to get grateful, 'cause that man's got the heat in the heels of his hand. The tent is hot, the music grows. Some would swear that God is standing close. I just came to see the show. August moon on cotton clouds. The revival tent is coming down. The halt can walk, the blind can see. All is truth and make-believe. So gather round, you faithful, go on to get grateful, 'cause that man's got the heat in the heels of his head. Yeah, that man's got the heat in the heels of his head. Heels of his hands. I am definitely influenced by Joni Mitchell. I love her writing. I think Little Green might be the most perfect song ever written. I also really like Peter Gabriel. I'm a big lyricist, so for me, the song has to have a great lyric. I also really like Springsteen, and I like kind of his edginess and his attitude. And of course, singer-wise, for me, Bonnie Raitt is the start and end of everything. So I discovered her when I was 17, and I'd kind of been raised on musical theater and 1940s and 50s standards, and I thought, I'm an alto, and I don't know how to fit into that, because I was always the comic side part, and my sister was a singer, and she was the first soprano. And when I heard Bonnie Raitt for the first time, I thought, that's what I want to do. There it is. And so I know she doesn't write her own songs, but I think she does write some of her songs, but I think she's just an amazing interpreter. And so I'd have to say I like Fleetwood Mac also. I think they're really terrific. So. A black blizzard's coming across the plains. The dust kicks up and it's nighttime for days. Wheat dried up in 1935. When the crows came around, it felt like a sign. Abide the world's wicked ways. Abide, accept what you cannot change. But in this land the God's forgotten, fear and hunger come and knocking. Farmer widowed by the sun, and the rain don't come. Rusted cars on hot brown earth make a noose round this bone-white church. Raise a hand to the stained glass air, but faith only feeds a man's despair. Abide the world's wicked ways. Abide, accept what you cannot change. But in this land the God's forgotten, fear and hunger come and knocking. Farmer widowed by the sun, and the rain don't come. No, the rain don't come. They said that rain would follow the plow, but that tight-fisted sky won't give up clouds. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust now. Abide the world's wicked ways. Abide, accept what you cannot change. But in this land that God's forgotten, fear and hunger come a knocking. Farmer widowed by the sun, and the rain don't come. No, the rain don't come. I think I always was singing on the side. So I had a whole career in advertising where I was a writer-producer and I made TV commercials. And I would sing on the side in the band at night. And then I would sing until 2 o'clock in the morning and then be at work at 6:30 to edit a commercial. And I didn't think I could do it for a living. And so we moved to Boston because my husband went to business school here. And my brother-in-law went to Berklee. And I was like, oh my God, it's a music school? Contemporary music school? I could play rock and roll there? And I was working at this terrific advertising agency, and I thought, oh gosh, what am I doing? And this is a true story. I was walking down Prospect Street in Cambridge and just being like, God, give me a sign. What should I do with my life? Do I stay in advertising or do I quit my paying job and go to Berklee? And I am walking along and I see something shiny in between the two cement plates on the pavement. And I reach down and pick it up, and it's a single treble clef earring. Now, I have to make a side story that it would have been like, if a bus passes by, I should quit my job and go to Berklee. But this was really amazing. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to go to Berklee. So I did. I quit my job and I went to Berklee, and I was like an old student. And, because everybody's 19, 20, and I was not 19 and 20. And, but I'd been a writer for years, and I discovered songwriting at Berklee and was like, oh my God, I can write songs with words. And I guess I was really verbal in class and started kind of co-teaching the class. And when I graduated, they hired me on the faculty. And I've been there ever since, so... Troubles hiding like a telltale heart, beating softly in the bedroom dark. Watch the world as it falls apart. You fill the spaces with an empty kiss. Say our love would never come to this. Sure, I'll forget and you'll forgive. The lies between lovers, a tangled truth that pulls asunder. Words as careless as a lipstick's red, temper flaring like a cigarette, and little ones between us taking cover. That's what lies between lovers. You take 3 days and I'll take 4. We'll split their hearts in our little war. Sweep the wreckage out the door. We tell ourselves we're gonna be okay. Things are better working out this way. Crooked scars, they're gonna fade. The lies between lovers, a tangled truth that pulls asunder. Words as careless as a lipstick's red, temper flaring like a cigarette, and little ones between us taking cover. That's what lies between lovers. Lies between lovers. Truth that pulls us under. I'll forget, you'll forgive. Lies, lies. I think I'm a very focused songwriter. I think that I tend to write hook first. So for me, the song title comes first. And I have in my mind how I want to portray that hook, how I want to paint that image for you. And so I think I am not a songwriter who you'd probably be like, wow, what does that song mean? But I think that there is always room for a little wiggle room. There are definitely songs that I've written that are that I know what they mean, and I've had people come up to me and say, "Gosh, I love that song. It must be about your husband." I'm like, "No, It was actually about my relationship to songwriting. So sometimes I'll disguise something, and I know what it means, but I think the general feeling and emotion is communicated. So if I'm happy, I will communicate happy, and if I'm troubled, I'll communicate troubled to you. Know just where you are. 2 shots in at your favorite bar, crying in your glass how love ain't fair. Well, you made your bed, now honey, I ain't there. So drink up, get drunk, the night's on me. 'Cause I'm worth a whiskey. Take a sip for every time you lied and kissed me. I was the best you ever had, now I'm never coming back. So every time you feel the burn, I hope you miss me. 'Cause I'm worth a whiskey. Go hide in those neon lights. Morning's gonna catch you dead to rights. And when your head is aching and it just won't quit, I hope it hurts as much as my heart did. So as you lift that glass and toss them back, think of me. 'Cause I'm worth a whiskey. Take a sip for every time you lied and kissed me. I was the best you ever had, now I'm never coming back. So every time you feel the burn, I hope you miss me. 'Cause I'm worth a whiskey. For whiskey, take a sip for every time you lied and kissed me. I was the best you ever had, now I'm never coming back. So every time you feel the burn, I hope you miss me. 'Cause I'm worth a whiskey. I'm worth a whiskey. I would like everybody to take home the experience that these songs are crafted. It's really important to me, the craft of songwriting. I am a songwriting geek. I love songwriting. I love the play of words against music. And I hope you come home and you're singing and humming my songs. And also that you're thinking about what I said tonight. And hopefully they resonated with you. And that you'll come again and see me again. Thank you. tiptoed out into the darkness, suitcase banging on my knee. The neighbor's dog had started barking, and my heart was beating faster than a hummingbird's wings. Almost dawn, gotta get gone. I sold your diamond down in Austin, just enough to get me by. Who needs to keep an empty promise when the Texas moon dangles like a pearl